Welcome back to Crypto's juiciest news. Bitcoin, 86,000 American dollars. Everybody is turbo bearish on the timeline because the weight of the cycle is very heavy on our shoulders. It's now almost halfway March, and we're waiting for an alt season that doesn't seem to ever come. But are you going to give up now? This is part of the plan. You don't plan to get hit, friends. You just know you're going to get hit. That's what it comes down to. So we're going to go through and crack on everything. Got some interesting updates to come in here. Again, it's going to be a nice test once again. You know, Uncle Bobby turns bearish and everyone's losing their minds. It's all right, man. They're going to change back to bullish as soon as these things turn up again. This is the monthly candle for Bitcoin. Still hanging on to this green candle. We've had the crypto summit, right, where there's a lot of jokes, a lot of memes have been made. Actually hilarious when you think about it too. This is the ETH BTC chart. So if you're looking at your crypto performance for the past 4 years, wondering why it's gone to the gutter, it's because ETH BTC has gone to the gutter, okay? So a lot of people talking about their portfolios. If you're upset, I'm telling you, it's random, okay? If you're very happy with your portfolio, I'm also telling you, you got lucky and it's random, but that's a lot of people, they find it very hard to admit that. That's how you get cycles anyway. Nobody ever admits, I'm a retardio. I got lucky. I could have easily lost it all. That's only I admit that, friends. If you've been in the game long enough, you know that that could always happen. But a lot of new people who come in, they come in because they follow one trend and it ends up being the big trend that's working out. Like for example, going and FOMOing at the top of Soylana, dumping out other bags. People all think it's going to come back now, but you were all pretty much on cloud 9. They were all on cloud 9 December last year. What happened? The reality comes in. Things slash down 93%, and then you have the Donald Trump release of his celebrity token, and that doesn't like reinvigorate the chain or anything. So now people are left to fend for themselves, and same as everything else in the crypto market. Now, I want to quickly have a look at the Sol ETH ratio. This is the monthly chart here. Very interesting. If the Sol ETH, friends, just think about this, okay? If you're holding Soy for the past 15 months at any point, you have never seen it do 3 red months in a row against Ethereum. You've only seen 2. And March isn't even finished yet, okay? So I'm assuming this one. So that I'm just telling you, see, you haven't seen the pain yet. They don't know what pain is. They think, oh, well, it's easy. There's adoption. There's high volume here. It wins. So that's something we're going to be tracking over time. That's why I have the weekly chart here for Soy. Donald Trump launches his celebrity token up here. So yes, we're going to continue on with it. Keep it on track, you know, because it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to go up or down or anything. But you just keep a mental note out here, friends, because you've been hearing about the JPEG coins, the JPEG casino, you know, the LA Vape Cabal, by the way, none of them have posted since February 15th. Do you know that? Feb 15, Feb 16, they've all just basically disappeared until, because that's what, friends, that's what scammers and grifters do. When something goes bad, they back off and they wait for people to basically get hurt by other things. So the pain kind of like goes away. That's something that they do. Is very, 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 very common strategy. Now, I want to show you the Bitcoin dominance before we crack on as well, friends. Bitcoin dominance is still high. Remember, I'm looking at the weekly chart out here, so it's still gliding around here. It feels like it's never, ever, 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 ever going to come down. But just in my opinion, friends, I've seen in markets, there's the things that feel like they're never, ever, 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 ever going to come down. When they do come down, watch the truck out. Don't get trapped with everyone. I could just feel it where if it goes down, people are going to think it's over. They're going to get into Bitcoin prematurely. They're going to get into it prematurely. And then there's going to be another second wave somewhere. Something's going to happen like that. This is what happens with markets. They trick you a long time. They trick you. That's why that depends that saying by Keynes, right? It can stay irrational a lot longer than you can stay solvent. Yeah, but it's irrational. People think, no, it's the correct pricing. It's the correct pricing. No. It's the correct pricing based off what retail thinks today, based off what skeptics think today. Skeptics are like, oh, government has a Bitcoin reserve. That's it. We're going to be all in. So we'll see how it plays out. Remember, I'm here as an investor. You can do whatever you want. You can trade it in and out. I don't give a crap. I'm here as an investor. I'm here to hold the whole path. And the fundamentals for Ethereum keep it increasing over time. There's been a freak accident for it, so we'll continue on to that. Now, friends, I think it's very, very fitting, okay, just to think about, if we look at the others BTC chart, okay, it's still coiling, literally still coiling, it's dead here. I think it's giving everyone a lot of PTSD because I think in the next cycle, people are going to think it's going to do this again. And they're going to think it's going to go down. It's going to be deep into 2029 and still down here. But I think we're going to get more next cycle. It's probably we're going to get more something to do like that, where there's a bit of a squeeze down and it just starts moving up. You know, so if you're waiting for a March crash, you're already buying up at the highest. But it is what it is, friends. We can't do anything about the types of patterns you get. That's why with crypto, look, with investing, especially in crypto investing, you don't get your dopamine hit as much as you want. You don't. If you want your dopamine hit, go and start trading. Go trade because you'll get, you'll lose 4 times, you'll win 2 times, and then the dopamine hit is nice enough. Or go buy the government bonds like they want you to, get your guaranteed yield income. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Okay, if you don't need your dopamine hits, then you can be an investor. If you are weak and you will succumb to it, then you're basically gonna swindle your way out of your portfolio. That's the biggest, most common theme you will see from all of these. And then, okay, 1 in every 400,000 traders makes it to be a big KOL on Twitter or on YouTube, and they just throw their P&Ls into your face saying, oh, it's amazing, you just got to try hard. But man, it's just, friends, it's literally, imagine you're watching one of those, you ever watch like in wrestling, the rumbles, where it's every man for himself, like there's like 50 people. Imagine the guy who wins at the fight. Like, it's a one against everybody against each other and last man standing, right? That's what trading is, last man standing. And so the guy who wins is like, oh, you're stupid, you got to try hard. You just got to try hard. And like, there's a limited piece of the pie. Not everyone can win in it. That's what it comes down to. And then like the last guy standing is like, hey, try hard enough. He's telling everybody, oh yeah, if you try hard enough, then I'm not trying hard enough, and then you win and I don't win. So I've got to tell myself to try hard enough. So you see what I mean? It's an Ouroboros eating itself. But there's no rationality when it comes to that, because everyone's here for the dopamine. That's what they're here for. They're not actually here to win. They're here for the dopamine, Next time, we're not going to get an extreme move like this to the downside, but let's not worry about that. Let's focus on now. I have this interesting post from Blockchain Backer. I keep replaying all the events that transpired this past week, the players involved, and who benefited from the end result. And I keep coming to the same conclusion, that the real winner this week was not Bitcoin, but instead Ethereum. Okay, so he's replying to Brian Boldstrong. Excited to learn more, still forming an opinion on asset allocation. My current thinking is just Bitcoin would probably be the best option, simplest and clear as a successful story. So he's talking about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. That's how usually these things play out. It's kind of funny. It might be an Ethereum. Oh, Bitcoin strategic reserve, sweet, time to get long on Ethereum. Okay, you already know this from the technology adoption curve. When it comes to we're in the skeptics now, friends. I'm going to make more detailed posts here for you, but like we are, like, man, it's just like it's right out here, out in the open when you look at it. Okay, I know you have the Wall Street T-shirt, but look at these, friends. Like, friends, you have Michael Saylor's doing leverage. Now, if you say, like, a lot of people, right, they get confused. They go, how come if Michael Saylor's doing leverage, why does that mean it's towards the skeptics area? Because doesn't that mean you believe in it more? No, friends. Your actions speak louder than words. If you believed, you would have no leverage, because the growth rate would be big enough to satisfy all your needs. So why, oh why, are you doing leverage then? It's because you don't believe. But there's an incongruency, right? So your brain and your heart are saying two things. Your brain is saying, this is the greatest. It is the one answer. Yeah, that's what your brain is. Your brain is talking like that. But your heart of your emotional side isn't. Okay, there's a mismatch between them. So one organ is saying, don't worry, it's going to $13 million. Your organ's saying that, and then deep down you're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Well, do you know how long it's going to take? Do you know what that means? Okay, that's what's actually going on. That's why they do leverage. That's why people do leverage, friends. Because people, that's what I've told you. I've gone through videos in this literally for the past 2 years. Okay, a non-believer enters on leverage because they didn't want to buy Bitcoin at 20,000. Yeah, they're going to buy it at 150,000, put 15x leverage, and get out at 220,000. That's how people. That is the mind of the market. That's actually how it thinks. It thinks, okay, I don't want to be a sucker and put. This is what they do, friends. So there's people out here. They got $5,000 in Hex, $5,000 in Pulse. Okay, just 5,000. Yeah. One day it'll be worth, hopefully, 50,000. That's a 10x from here. So now they have 50K. They will have friends that they would have told, hey, put 5 grand in with me. And they wouldn't have done that. Yeah. So now when their 5 is 50, they tell people about it. And then other people get FOMO. So then those people go, oh, crap, you've got 50K now. So what they do is they will match their friend. That's what happens. Yeah. They'll find 50K to put in and they go, how high do you think it's going? And then the person, you know, you're up for 5K or 50K. You're like, oh, I think it's going to go up another 10x. And they go, sweet, you think it's going up again X? It's going up 10x, right? Okay, let me put in 50. That's what they do. They leverage themselves. That's what ends up happening. But really, it's not that way. Because everybody, for some reason, most of the market players think of the same genius idea at the same time and cause the tops. That is this crowd phenomena that happens. So doing leverage, friends, on that scale, you are a skeptic. Yeah, because and it's actually irrational. It's irrational pricing by the market. That's why when I see Bitcoin dominance this high, I see a coin, Bitcoin, that has been pushed up on leverage because people are irrational and they don't want to buy the cheap stuff, altcoins. So instead of buying cheap coins in 2024, what they've gone and done is they've go, hey, screw the altcoins. Let me crank up the leverage on the Bitcoin. Let me overbuy. That's what they're doing. You see? That is irrational pricing by the market, right? So, friends, that's like there are 2 teams. Let's say there's 2 rival soccer teams. Yeah, 2 rival teams. One of them is paying $1.03 as the favorite, and the other team is paying $10. Yeah. $1.03. So if you put $1 into the favorite, you're only going to get a 3-cent return. 3 cents on your dollar. Yeah. And if you lose the full dollar. Yeah. And then the $10 one, obviously you get 10 to 1. You make a 10x on your money if they win. Okay. And let's say the odds are 50-50. But what we're seeing is when the odds were like $2 to like 8 or whatever, people came in and they've said, well, I really, really hate the other rival team. I'm going to keep betting on the favorite, you know? So the odds go like from $2, $1.50, $1.30, $1.10, $1.05, $1.03. There are people buying at $1.03. And you talk to them, what they're saying is, this is Bitcoin Maxi. They're saying, I hate the other team so much. I know it's cheap. It could be cheap. Irrationally, they know it's cheap. They're like, no, I just can't buy. I can't bring myself to go buy that. I can't bring myself to buy that. And then here's the thing, friends. The game hasn't even started yet. Yes, people thinking, oh, it's 10 minutes into the game, we've lost. Nah, man. Wait for the whole game to finish. That, my friends, is what we've watched in 2024. You did not know that was going to happen. And let me tell you something. If this ends bad in the next bear market for those liquidations in the leverage of Bitcoin, this is not going to happen in the next bear market. You want to know why? Because in 2028 cycle, so in 2028, the next Bitcoin halvening, maybe Bitcoin halvening is here, or maybe Bitcoin dominance is here. It's not going to go up and do that because people will have PTSD from what happened here. They're going to be like, you know what? We can't do the leverage on it. And they'll say, do you remember what happened in that last cycle? You see, that's how these stories form. So if you can identify them in real time, you check yourself before you wreck yourself, as they say, right? You say, hey, did I get something fundamentally wrong? Or am I just witnessing people trap themselves into oblivion? Okay, that's ultimately, friends, only you can figure out that answer, but you don't really figure out the answer. You just got to wait. You don't know. You just got to let it play out. A lot of people have considered themselves losers, and there are a lot of losers out there in the world, friends. They say, I've lost. Okay, yeah, you're a loser. You've lost. Of course you've lost. So do us all a favor. Click sell, leave, and go complain to somebody else, okay? I'm holding, okay? You don't have to do anything. I'm continuing to hold. I'm playing the whole cycle. I decided this back in 2022. Yes, I play the whole cycle. I learned all these, and I present all these. You don't have to listen. I don't really care. This is what I do. So, you know, it could be a trader cycle. It could be. And yeah, it's great. But like, I just want to show you as well. Trader cycle, right? You guys loved buying on Kraken's 13-month greenly candle listing of Giga, for example. Selling all your coins that are down 70% to go buy up here. And now this thing drops down 83%. It's probably, friends, these things always come back for these wicks. It's just the market. what it does. This is one of the strongest Morad coin, by the way. So I love Morad. All right, it's great. I'm just showing you, like, the people, it's funny. Everyone realizes, oh crap, I'm not meant to be holding this cycle. I'm meant to be trading. When did they go discover that? They discovered it at the highs. It's funny. It's very interesting. People have this realization. They go, oh, I'm not meant to be holding anything. I'm meant to be clicking. The biggest psyops released by these KOLs, these scum, is when they tell you to don't stop clicking. You know, just keep clicking. You click your way into success. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're increasing your decision tree, right? You increase your rate of loss if you do that. But obviously, they have an incentive to keep telling you to click. Why? Because they keep supplying you with a new shit coin literally every day. Oh, it's this coin. No, it's that coin. Oh, no, that's that one. Now we're moving into this one. This one's got a narrative now. Blah, blah, blah. New narrative, new narrative. That's what new narrative means. Narrative means I've got a story for you because that's what you love as a retailer. Go ahead and click out of your bags over the old stuff and now come and get into this new story because there's a story here, yeah? But you never think to yourself, you're buying someone else's high. You don't even believe in the story, man. Someone's giving you the story. You see? So this is part of markets, but I love it. I like seeing it because it means there are a lot of actual losers out there. They're going to come buy the tops and everything else all over again. That's what we want. We want it to be predictable, cyclical to some extent, and that's how we win. Now, remember when I showed you that BCB thing? Remember, BCB is almost an XRP maxi, friends. So it's just interesting. That's what I gathered from these Summit Reserve as well. I'm like, wow, everything they're talking about, Ethereum wins. But that's the thing, man. You don't get this instant news gratification. You need the cycle to come and play out. People come and dress these things up themselves. I've got some chart pornography, if you want, friends. This is an Ethereum chart. Someone's found this wank-off pattern. And, coincidentally, it just goes up to the right. Have you noticed? Whenever there's a pattern, it's like, okay, now we go up and to the right forever. Or, now I'm crapo. I'm going to go down and to the right forever. So, it is what it is. If we did something like this, a $4,000 price by June, I guess that's okay. That's a 2x on ETH. That's like 4x for many altcoins, because they do about, if you're in a good one, like Pulse does 2x whatever Ethereum does and the others index. Hopefully it's a bit better than that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking for the spring to come back up. 4,000 is still trash. In fact, even Ethereum fans, based on Bitcoin's price, Ethereum should be 8,000 right now. It's just, it's down here. So maybe it gets there at the end of the cycle. We'll see. Hopefully we go a lot higher. I want to show you some stock seasonality chart before I show you Uncle Bobby's stuff. Okay, so this is stock seasonality, right? So I'll come back to it, but we are in March. So what they do is they get the average of every stock market S&P 500 return, and they get like the average of what is the actual what is it doing on average most of the time per seasonal year. So this is what it's doing. This S&P 500, the seasonality. So they also have, remember the cruel summer part. I didn't even know it goes up during this period. I thought there's like a lot. Oh, this is period here. So July, here goes starting July, August. The summer is just usually garbage for the returns. It's literally going nowhere, and then it picks up in November usually. So it goes up, nothing, and then sideways again. So we're right here. So hopefully this does continue. Now I'm just going to show you some Uncle Bobby stuff. You don't have to get too worried, but a lot of people out here. I saw a few other cycle traders. They're like, oh, it's over, but man, once again, before I even show you that, friends, just weekly super trend is still green. Okay, if you can flip me red, sweet. By the way, yeah, it's a vicious trend change. It's not like it just, I flipped red, now we can get out of everything. No, everything's down 95% already. You know what I mean? Look, if you want to keep time on the tops, a lot of these people have called tops how many times now? Uncle Bobby. Deep dive into stocks this weekend. First real bear market warning for stocks in over 3 years. Maybe it's a flat corrective cycle only, but that feels more the best case. A failed weekly cycle is in play. Okay, so flat corrective cycle thing, what it means is kind of like you don't have a blow off stock market top. It's more like a sideways thing where it ranges up and down and it can't actually make new highs properly. And hopefully crypto's going up with it. Trader main, does this change your view on crypto? Think it has to, especially if we're looking at the worst case. If we can get a chopping stocks market, I can see crypto doing okay. I think you mentioned something similar recently, a move back towards the top of a range to consider to de-risk and wait. So I'm not sure. He might be talking about the actual stocks. They're de-risking up there. But look, I'm just going to tell you again, friends. I know where all their targets are. I know all the mainstream KOLs. Ivan, CryptoLark, Uncle Bobby, MM Crypto. I could go on and on and on and on. They're all selling at 150K. They all got that 150K number for Bitcoin. All of them want to sell in June at 150K. Even Camel Finance, blow off top, they want to sell there. Everyone wants to sell there. It's a moving target thing. They all want to sell 150K. Now, do they have any Ethereum? No. No, they don't. They hate Ethereum. I'm thinking, wait a minute. You guys, I think MM Crypto's got some leverage long, but like interesting. You hate Ethereum. We've just got that crypto summit for Bitcoin Reserve. You're all long Bitcoin. We've had the most expensive Bitcoin dominance run into the entire crypto history. The crypto summit was extremely bullish for Ethereum and altcoins. Interesting. Michael Saylor can only push the price up now on leverage. And their conclusion is we've got a price that we all want to get out. Very, very, very interesting that we've landed at the number now. Now, you might be pretty upset that their number's so dog shit low. Friends, I've been telling you this for the years, dude. But everyone's full of shit. Yeah, they're all full of crap. Okay, they're literally all full of crap. Okay, they will click sell in a freaking heartbeat. In fact, they're probably clicking sell right now. I'm not even joking. They're probably like already trimming. I'm not saying you should. If you want to be like escaping this year, whatever, you should be clicking sell right now. Go to your whole portfolio, start clicking out 3% or 5% every week to finish off the rest of the year. You do that. I'm just telling you, do not rely on these people for numbers. That's all I'm telling you. At all. Now, 150 Bitcoin. It's funny, right? What happens if it goes to like 130? Yeah, because 150 is where they want to start selling. Yeah. What happens if it goes to 130 and then it comes back down to like 100? Then what? Are they going to be long termers? I don't know. Because it's going to look, wherever it goes down, it looks bad. Just like here. Oh, it looks bad, right? Oh, stock market's going to top out. There's always a FUD thing that comes out. I wonder what happens. I wonder if Bitcoin doesn't hit that 150 in the middle of this year. It stops at like 130, but actually Ethereum smacks up, which no one's expecting, right? There's also a lot of, I've got to remind you, there are a lot of shorts on meth, and their price is $3,000 average, okay? So you can actually see it right now on this chart. There's people short here. You see this level, you just see this price here, around this $3,000. That 3,000 is like a nice round number. You already know, if we ever go back up here, like this thing is just getting clobbered. They all got to get out here. But of course, no one wants to see it until the momentum comes in, so we'll see. It's also interesting, if I scroll down the comments, we have Mr. J Plush, well worth keeping an eye on. S&P 500 on the 50-week moving average. Yeah, so I've seen, trust me, the S&P 500, okay, I've looked at every chart on it. There's fake outs on every moving average. Every moving average. 50, 100, 80, 200. There are fake outs on it. There is nothing perfect. There are crashes that go right below the 200. They stop. They get everyone out, and then they actually continue the bull market up. I've literally seen everything. It's like, it's the hardest, most insanely, friends, like if you ever played Metal Gear Solid, European extreme difficulty, where the guards can see you from like 300 meters away, it's even harder than that, okay? It is the most gamified basic market in the world. It's 50 trillion market cap. You can get the most liquidity on. That's why there's a lot of money to be made if you have the tiniest alpha in there. A lot of people do that as well. We also have Cryptico out here. Yes, this was obvious for a long time, Somi. You missed the top signs, bro. So that's actually making me very, very bullish. People come out, you missed your top, bro. You missed your top, bro. Because what they don't know is, it's interesting. What they don't know is, it's always a new person and a new name that comes out. But see, we've been here every single step of the way. So, the Crypticos, you were Crapo calling for, firstly, you were Richard Hart calling for 10K here, yeah. Then we went up here. Then you were Crapo calling for 15K. Then you were Crapo again calling for 15K. Then this September thing happened, and you said BlackRock's going to send it down to 10K first. Then we stopped the Bitcoin ETF. He said we're going to go down now. Okay. Then we actually came up and stopped up here, remember? And then Crapo came out. They go, it doesn't matter. We're going to go back down to like 40K. And then pretty much the cycle's over. This time is different. Now you're like, this time is the top, bro. See, friends, that's right. The top never occurs when you have literally people just flooding comments saying, yep, it's over. It's a top. It's pretty much over. The top never, ever, ever occurs about that. If you have anxiety and skepticism about the bull market, but guess what? That's how bull markets grow. They grow on that. You know, the top is when everyone in the comment section is saying preposterous, bro. There's no way it stops here. Okay, and you can feel it. The YouTubers, the Twitterers, there's no way that they can even concede. There's no way it can be over. It can't. We're just getting started because they're leaning on bullish news that just have happened. So I think it will be great anecdotally, friends. And what I'll do is I'll play some Cranky G pump music. There will be a time. I already know. I can see it already. There will be a time everyone's gonna be spamming. You're an idiot if you think it's over. It can't be over. It literally can't be over. So we'll see how that plays out. I think it's interesting to think about the cycle as well, friends. So look at this. Look at this. Okay. In 2017, Jamie Dildo said, "I'd fire them in a second for 2 reasons. It's against our rules and they're stupid." He's talking about Bitcoin. I'd fire everybody in a second. Jamie Dildo now, they have a crypto desk. Yeah. They've got a Bitcoin logo dildo. Here's Warren Buffett. "It's probably rat poison squared." So Warren Buffett, 2018. Bitcoin is rat poison squared. Yeah, the bankers are the rats. Bill Gates, not to be confused with Shill Gates from the Pulse Chain community, who we love. But Bill Gates, okay, evil satanic worshipper. "I'd short it if I could. I'd short that Bitcoin." Remember, friends, he shorted Tesla. He's so evil, man. He shorted Tesla and he was talking to Elon Musk. And when Elon found out, he was like so betrayed. Like, bro, you're short on me? Imagine that phrase. Imagine we all had leverage abilities on our own personal tokens. And then you found that people were short. You found that your close friend was short on you. That's like, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, the thing is high." But like, you just, man, that's funny. That's funny. The White House. Last year, this is President Trump. "Last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet, and we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise." So look how much it changed, friends. Evil, evil, evil. Trump's on our side. Now, what has changed in that period of time? One thing, the price. That's it. From 2017... right here, here you go. 2017, Bitcoin is $1,000. Look when they do the strategic reserve, 90x higher. Look what it looked like. My gosh, that's what it looked like. Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? So that's the only thing that's changed this whole time. From 1,000 up here, it went up high enough to make them capitulate. The fundamentals are still the same. What's Warren Buffett saying now? "It's still rat poison squared." Yeah, he's going to sound like an idiot because he knows, oh, you're on the same side of Peter Schiff. Now they're caught between a clock and a hard pace. What are you going to do? You're going to keep fading it as it goes up and up and up and up. It's been outperforming you tenfold. Not even close. Because they don't want to be on the same side as Uncle Peter Schiff. Uncle Peter Schiff has been saying that Warren Buffett and the stock market's going to go into a 10-year Great Depression and gold's going to rally. He's been saying that for literally like 15 years. Literally 15 years now. Yes. Actually longer than that. But then they printed money and they got out of it. So just thinking about this, they're like, "Oh crap, you know, the digital Ponzi token is on one hand, but Uncle Peter Schiff, I don't know who to be on." That's why macro guys like, you know, Raoul Pal, he knows all the other guys. They're like, "Oh crap, well, if Schiff is fading this thing, then he's been wrong about the stock market for like 20 years. Maybe I better look into crypto and why it's going up." That's how they come to their conclusions. Interesting. And that's what markets do, friends. They go high enough. So if someone hates something now, so like even if you're looking at Pulse Chain, yeah, if people hate this now, that means the price is too low. That's it. It's going to go up to the point where you like it. Same as everything else. Now, I've got some funny stuff from the Crypto Summit. So whoever did this is a genius, man. Brad GarlicBreath was sat in the corner for voting for Kamala Krappus with $10 million, okay, from XRP, giving them tokens out. And here's Sergey as well. So this is hilarious. They photoshopped the desk to make it even more in the corner. I was thinking, if I had some good Photoshop skill friends, if I hadn't even had Photoshop, I would just keep like adding him more and more further away into the corner, just to increase the size, just make him smaller and push him out. It's kind of gold out here. So Sergey got special speaking rights. That's for ChainLink. That's why I think ChainLink's gonna crank. It's got real world assets behind it, all those cycle one narratives. ChainLink around $15 here. So hopefully to the top, hopefully hits like the $200, $220 mark up here. $206, 13x from here. So ChainLink special. Why? SEC didn't go after them. They went after everybody else but them. Like someone gave them a call and said, "Don't go after these guys. Skip everyone. Skip these guys." And remember, they didn't public ICO back in 2016 or whatever, 2017. They collected American investors' money. They collect their passports. Like if there's anybody, and they're one of the biggest. Why'd they go after Tron and stuff out here? Why not ChainLink? So that's why. Obviously, I have ChainLink friends. I love ChainLink. I'm just telling you the truth, right? They're in the clear. Swift chose them for the international payments. So just to refresh you, why? There's all these chains out there. It's inefficient to hire 1,000 developers to go learn every chain and how to connect to everything. It's inefficient. So what they do is, the model is everyone connects to ChainLink. ChainLink's going to help with the conduiting. It's going to be literally the central part where all the data feeds through. So it's just easier to go learn ChainLink and how that's feeding the oracles and data and stuff out here and to do that. And also when they bring in shares, stocks, property prices, ChainLink's going to be the price feeds and stuff for everything. Not just price feeds as well, everything else. But that's why it has this special aura around it. That's why it's a nice family-friendly coin pretty much. You want leverage on ETH, and also the slingshot leverage on ETH is doing pretty good considering the poopiness right now. You can look at Link ETH, so it's rounding up here. This is what you want to see. So it's still in this rectangle. Man, it's been here for a long time. Man, altcoins are just vicious, man. They're vicious. But remember, I made you so many videos and content. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It's about liquidity access, okay? If you are in altcoins, yes, there's a risk and there's a reward, okay? But there's a downside to holding it. The downside, so what you sacrifice is, you sacrifice the ability to sell a bit early. Actually, a lot early. You sacrifice all that ability, yeah? So for Bitcoin, you only go down for 1 year, you go up for 3. But for altcoins, you go down for 3. It's actually like, it's almost down for 4 years now. You see? That's what you give up. You give up the right to be able to trim your portfolio along the way in your altcoins. But you think, okay, I'm sacrificing that. What do I get out of that? Well, there you go. You know what you're going to get. You get a 10x, a 20x, a 50x. There are 100x's out there that appear. You know, so I mean, compared to Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin going to do from now? Okay, the crypto industry has now recovered. What's it going to do from now? I mean, think about it from 2021, by the way. Bitcoin was like 50K. It's not even up a 2x since 2021 anyway, you know? So that's what you get. That's the sacrifice you make out here. I don't know, I wish somebody was out here to inform us of that, but that's the game, right? We're learning together. And obviously, we've known this for a long time. That's why I'm here. That's why, friends, I really do give you the highest value content in crypto. Have you ever heard any single person in crypto make 4,700 videos with these amazing thumbnails, by the way, and actually teach you about, hey, okay, if you're in altcoins, this is what we sign up for, all right? You sign up for horrific downside, goes infinitely down. There are risks of abandonment. There are extreme risks of liquidity. There's a 99% chance that you won't be able to access your liquidity early. Only 1% of coins can actually give you early liquidity access. And when it happens, people don't even believe it's the time to get out. They're going to keep holding forever because they think they won the unicorn, you see? But that's the downside. The upside is huge gains. Huge gains. Outperforming Bitcoin gains. Yes? And that's why we actually see by others BTC, it does outperform Bitcoin over time. This thing has been going up over time. You can actually see it in the charts. Here we go over time. So altcoins used to be 1% of Bitcoin's market cap. Yeah. Now they're up to 14%. Yeah. I mean, they used to be 48% in 2021, but that's why we do all the research. We go, hey, is crypto going to zero? Is crypto going to zero? And that's why it's confusing for everyone. They have all these good news. You're like, bro, how are we still going down? Donald Trump has more Ethereum than Bitcoin. How are we still going down? That's why I did all the investigations for you, friends. The business ISM, the US dollar, which is all cranking, but now we just need time for macro to play out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Press the belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.